What is up, YouTube? We're back with another live stream. Going live on WAP.com. What is up, YouTube? Live on WAP.com right now. What is up? What is going on, everybody? Hope everybody's doing well today. On this Monday, March 23rd, 2026, as we are back with another NBA live stream, live over here on WAP.com and live on my YouTube channel at Bet at Your Own Risk. Again, that is at Bet at Your Own Risk. If you're over on YouTube, be sure to type in WAP.com wherever, per whatever thing that you use, search and find us. Look for us over on Top Sports Debate. This is where I am with the crew that I run with every single day as we place bets and hope to cash on some slips. And we do cash weekly, monthly. We cash, we smack the books, all of that. And of course we do lose. It is the name of the game. So with that, we are back with another NBA live stream to go over some live reads for player props, team props, whatever we can find to hopefully get some wins today or tonight. Because there are a lot of games. I think there's like 11 games tonight. But there's still some players that are questionable that have been ruled out. So, like, I'm still trying to think if I want to take a huge risk on the Brooklyn Nets to cover that big spread tonight, because they actually cover in every matchup in that spot on the road. They've covered. So yeah, there's that information. So I'm just like, do I take them to cover? But let's dive into it. I'm here on Prop Finder because they give out a bit more information, more than Outlier. And yeah, use this site from 2 streams ago, and it helped me, and probably more than likely others who tailed some of my slips, helped us to cash. J-Dub is back tonight for my Thunder. I'm not gonna take him, but I'll look at his info. But I'm not taking him until he's at least roughly 3 to 5 games back into the fold, into the mix. The only thing I can potentially say to do is maybe fade his PRA. It is kind of low though. It's 23, so he might get 23 tonight. He might go over, he might go under, he might hook you on the 0.5, who knows for sure. But detail wise, they're allowing 31 to the position on the season, 30, almost 34 to the position in the last 5, 33 in the last 10. But as you see here, he's averaging 28 PRA in the last 10 games. Again, these were before he got injured. Head to head, he's 2-0 against them. 1-1 on the season. He pretty much averages 29 against Philly. And on the season in general, he's averaging 28. But again, like I said, because I really enjoy Outlier and what they do over here on Prop Finder, they give you information on what the player is doing on the day, on a Monday. What is he averaging on a Monday PRA? Look at this. Look how beautiful that is. It went up higher. 32 PRA on the last 10 Mondays. That's including last season. But he's actually 3-1 in the last 4 Mondays on this year. And he's still averaging 29. As you see here, Monday, December 22nd, he hit 32. Monday, December 29th. A few days later, he hit 35. Monday, January 5th, he went under, hooking basically 22 against Charlotte. And then Monday, February 9th of last month, he hit 27. So if you want to take him for the PRA. It's up to you. If you want to just go based off of the last 5 Mondays just in general, which includes last year, he's averaging 33, just shy of 34. So do with that information what you will. And if you want to be even more of a breakdown, Mondays where they're at on the road, He is averaging 35, 3-0 on a Monday, which includes last year, and he's 1-0 on the season with the 27. So that's why I say I really love outlier stuff. But again, like I said, I personally will not look his way until 3-4 games down the road personally. So there's that, but he is green. Let me see. So Norman Powell, I would look his way. I was looking at him while I was on the bus on the way home, but he's questionable tonight. Let me just double check and make sure that that's still the case. I'm going on outlier here because this was technically an hour ago, basically, because I got off of work at 3. He is still. Oh, excuse me, wrong game. That was the Thunder game. Miami. Yeah, he's in. He's officially in. Ruled in as of, I guess, within the last hour or so. So he's in. This is what he's done in the last 10, averaging 25 PRA. In the last 5, 3-2, averaging 23. You need 25 from him. It's a -115. Currently, FanDuel believes he's going to go under at a -104. But in the head-to-head matchup, he's 3-1, averaging 30. Because I was considering taking him for his PRA, but like I said, once I finally was questioned, I was like, oh well, let me not look his way. But maybe we do look his way tonight. All right. On the season, he's averaging 29. You need 25 specifically. They are allowing on the season to the position 30. But look at this. This is why I was looking his way. In the last 10, they allow 39, almost 40 to the position. In the last 10 games, and in the last 5, same thing. So there's that. That was initial my spot, and I was like, okay, this is looking great. He's, you need 25. Y'all know me, especially over on WAP and Discord. I'm always bumping players up 1 or 2 spots to get even more, because you are seeing a lot of players go out there and get much higher. Again, you need 25. He's going out there and may get 29. You know what I mean? He may push here. He may get 30 with this plus 236 tonight. So it's just, you kind of got to go with your gut. I really do like this plus 114 for the 27, right? But again, like I said, because it's an outlier, look at what he's doing on Mondays. Look how beautiful this is. He's averaging 28 in the last 10 Mondays, which again includes last year. But on the season specifically, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1 to getting 25 or higher. And when he does get it on the year, he's going higher than the 25. Look at this, 27, 30, 27, 36, 37. So there's that, right? Again, this is on the season. He's averaging 29 on the year. But let's look at him at home on a Monday. Still looking beautiful. Still looking great, which includes this season between and last year. He's averaging 31, and he's 4-1 on the season, averaging 31. So I really like his look. So I'm going to cue him up. I'm just going to say screw it and cue him up, because like I said, I really do like him for PRA in the midst of, they're playing at home against the Spurs. We don't know if Vassell's playing tonight. Castle isn't. I think he was questionable a few hours ago, if I remember correctly. But now you're just literally just waiting for information on whether or not Vassell's playing tonight. I've seen a few people online taking Castle for assists. Maybe because he did have that big game. What was it, last game? The game prior? Didn't he have like 10 or higher assists more recently? Let's just look at his assists. That's the other thing that I like about Prop Finder. So giving you specific percentages on what they're doing best more recently. And as I mentioned, his passing, 70% hit rate in the last 10. He's averaging 9. You need 8. So if you bump him up, again, even if you bump him up to 9, it's a plus 148 on ScamDuel, right? Averaging 9 in the last 10, 9 in the last 5, 3-2 in the last 5. They specifically, per the position on the season, are allowing 7. But what are they allowing in the last 10? 7 on the nose, 6. So this is a potential spot for him to potentially still get 8, right? Like maybe he doesn't get 9, maybe he just lands on 8, right? But again, breaking it down a bit more, what is he doing on a Monday? It's down. right? But again, we're talking about between this year and last year, averaging 7. But on the season, he's averaging 8, 7.9, 5-2 in the last 7 games on a Monday. And then we look at him on a Monday on the road, 3-1, averaging 9. So again, potential per the day specifically from to go out there and, prove that this Miami defense cannot shut him down, shut his teammates down when he dishes the rock to them, and he could potentially get, 8 or higher. So if you feel like he can get 8, feel like he would hook you on the, not getting the 9, take him for a straight bet on the 8. Maybe you still parlaying with something else. And if you still feel like looking at the data and the information that I gave to you, maybe he does go out there and get 9 assists once again, but he maybe he doesn't get 10 though. Because again, I'm also seeing people taking for 10 because again, he's been dishing the rock a bit more. He's had 10 3 times or higher in the last 5, 5 times in the last 10. So do with this information what you will. So there's that. Let's take that off because I might take him for 8. I don't know. Maybe I don't take him for 8. Maybe I take him for 7 on a parlay, drop him down, maybe 6, something like that. Parlay him with like 2 other players for plus value. Maybe we do it that way. Let me see. Again, we're looking for green mostly all across the board for the most part. Jackson Hayes, I've never looked his way. The only part that he isn't green is the last 5 per his PRA. It's only 11. BetMGM believes he's going to go under because it's a minus 120, right? So that's where the minus 110. Again, remember, when you're paying attention to the lines, when you see a specific number, it's usually going to go the opposite way. So that's where, like I said, when you see minus 120s, it's usually going the opposite way. He might go under. Who knows what's going to happen tonight? I did take Chet for his PRA today because he has potential to get 26. I took him at the regular line. They allow 36 to the position on the season, but they've been guarding it more recently. But the thing about the spot that he's in, let me see, where's the second here? There we go. It's the matchup. They really haven't shut specific key players down that does what he does. So when you're looking at the actual names on the list, a lot of these bigs aren't doing what Chet does. So there's not too much that you can really gauge in the month. But for the players that actually are sort of kind of doing what Chet does, you see them hitting, higher than 20. So it's still a positive side for specifically because of him and what he does per the position. And you're seeing what the players who actually go out there and get the job done per their PRA, they're getting higher than the 25. So all the other names that you see on here, they don't really do what Chet does or per the position and stuff. So per the team. So that's why if you're looking at it, you're like, oh, well, they shut down X, Y, and Z. Those players are not doing what Chet do. Right. So we got to remember that. So Chet is still in the spot to go out here and potentially be 3-0 against Philly tonight on a Monday. Even just on the season, just in general, he's 3-2, averaging 31 on the year. Even more so, averaging 31 just in general on the full year on the Mondays. And then him on the road, he's 3-1 on Mondays. He just went under here against the Lakers on the road on the 9th of February last month. So I currently believe that he's going to get potentially have another 30 plus night. So if you want to take him for higher, if you want to even take him for the 30, it should be in and around the plus 200. It may not be on DraftKings. It may be on like FanDuel or something, maybe Fanatics or something like that. So because I considered taking him for his PRA at 30. This was like 5 a.m. when I looked this up. And I also did take, because I did post it in the Discord and the WAP, for those of you there who possibly potentially did not see my slip, I did take Hartenstein for his PRA. It's currently still 11.5. It's still at the same spot that it was from 2 days ago. And remember, he went way above the mark. He hit like 30 RAs in that game, or PRAs or whatever. So he's still potential against Philly to still get the job done tonight per his PRA. Just want to show you, per his RA. I took him at 14 and 16. Again, his regular line is still 11.5. So it's plus 100. I would say take it even at the value that it's at. Again, per the position, they're allowing 16 on the season, but it's much higher. 23 rebounds and assists in the last 5, 20 in the last 10. So they have been struggling against the position. And again, we know that Hartenstein loves passing the ball a bit more recently. So even if you want to just take him for his assists, where is his assist out here? Because I've seen some people take him for assists. It's 4, right? Super low. They got him at plus value all automatically. So he's been cashing for the most part, even in the last 10. And then you take him on a Monday, still getting even more recently. Back-to-back 6, 4 here on the season, 2 and 1. So just giving you the data just to show you that, you may want to consider taking Hartenstein even just for assists if you don't believe he would get the 11.5 PRA. And on the road, he is 3 and 2 on a Monday, 2 and 3 on the 2 and 1, on the last 3 Mondays on the road. So do with this information what you will. But that's that. And also too, like I said, per the PRA on a Monday, this is what he's on. 4 and 1. He's gotten 14 or higher twice. Again, and then 3 and 0, averaging 13. So that's why I said I took him for 14. But I would say take him for the 12 at least. If you don't feel like he would get 14 and he goes 12, 13 type of thing. Just wanted to share that info. But again, like I said, I like him where he won't get 30. He'll get maybe 14 at minimum and then 16 at max. Let me see. Let's go game by game here. We did do them because, again, like I said, I did like Norman. Is Wiggins back? So Wiggins, he's playing? He is playing. He's back tonight. I don't know if I want to look his way. I'll probably wait. He's balling though. PRA averaging 26. Literally, the only time he went under was against Brooklyn. What do they allow him to the position per the PRA? 34 on the season. 29 in the last 5. 29 in the last 10. Again, you're looking for key things. Again, it's 20. So minus 105. Currently, BetMGM believes that he's going to get the 20 on a Monday. He's averaging 25 on the season. 25. He is 6 and 2 on a Monday, and then 4 and 2, averaging 26. Just a little extra bump up. So potential. He could go out here and, again, we're talking about the day. Granted, just in general, he's averaging higher than the 20. Anytime he does get it, when you see it, he's getting 22 or higher. So if you even just take him for the 22, it's a plus 145, right? That's FanDuel. And if you feel like you can go higher, take him for the higher number. I do like it. It's just he's coming, but he hasn't played in a few games, so he may go under tonight. But like maybe get close to the 20, but not fully get it. Like, you know what I mean? So if you feel like he would get 20 or higher, take it. Just being honest. Just being, trying to be transparent, Not really liking De'Aaron Fox. More so because of the last 5. He's only hit 29 one time. They believe he's gonna get it though. He's been struggling. His rebounds and assists look much better than his PRA even more recently. He's 4-1 in the last 5, averaging 10 on the nose. You need 10. He's like hitting 10 every time in the last 5. Fascinating. But they're allowing 17 to the position. Maybe he goes higher for the first time in a long time. On the back end, he was getting 12. Man, he had 3 straight 12s. What was 12? Plus 192 on ScamDuel. Let me look at the day, dog. Let me see. Oops. What is he doing on the Monday? A little bit fascinating. Averaging 10 in the last 10 Mondays. Still 10. Just a little bit closer to 11. And that's only due because anytime he got it, he hit 11 or higher. So it's still 10 just in general on the season. Do you consider taking him? Because again, he's just hitting on the 10 for the most part. 2 and 4. Yeah, it's up in the air. Again, this season, last 5, pushing more. If you feel like he can get higher, take him for 12. I would say take him for the 10 straight up. Take him for the 11, dog. And if you feel like he would do 12, again, straight bet everything. Just be on the safe side, just in case he just gets 10 again and nothing else. Because if he gets 11, then you go 2 and 1 off of the straight bet. So kind of just, be cautious with that one. I just honestly, the only thing that I could really see is De'Aaron getting 10 on the nose, but then maybe hooking you and getting 9 on the cheese. McCain. See, I believe Jared's going to go under. It's probably a slight lean. Nope, it's even. So it's an even. They believe he's going to go either way. What is he doing better? Threes. So 3-pointers. What is it? 2? Is it 2 or 3? 3. No wonder he's been actually hitting. More recently hit 4 or higher. Plus 148. What are they allowing to the position? 4 on the nose on the season. 3 though. 4 in the last 10. So if we would have caught him here from earlier, then it would have been a definite look for him for the 3 a bit more. But again, they're still allowing 3 on the nose though. Okay, he's down more recently in these last few Mondays. Still down 2. Again, this was between last year. So he's actually 1 and 4 on the year on a Monday on the road. Decisions. Do I consider McCain for 3s? Maybe. VJ. Can VJ head to head? Because he went down, but he kind of picked it back up a little bit, right? That's the thing. He has no choice but to go out there and get to do something. He has no choice. This is his squad until Maxey comes back. They're allowing 32 to the position. You need 30. super slight lean to the under. Let me see. On a Monday, down. On a Monday at home, even. If you believe in the trend, remember what I talked about with Klay Thompson from 2 streams ago. Remember that stream, guys. Remember when I said Klay Thompson is in a spot to get 6 threes, what was one of the things that I mentioned during that stream? If you're a believer in trends, Klay was in a spot. Why? Just like VJ here. Look, he hit it here, didn't get it. He hit it here, didn't get it. So he's in a spot on a Monday, just like Klay from Saturday, where I said Klay's in a spot to potentially get 4 threes or higher. He went out there in the first quarter, had 4 threes. Buckets. That's all he had the rest of the game. But VJ is potentially in a spot on this Monday to get 30 PRA, if you believe in the trend. I'm not a believer in that. I'm just a believer in just saying, yo, like, you need to go out there and get the job done. And if you don't, you just didn't do it. Not based off of no trend, but sometimes some random stuff happens and players go out there and they actually get more than what you expect. So, and that's the thing, because he's in a potential spot to get it, as you see here, he's going above the mark, 30 plus. So if you feel like he can get 31, 32, take it for the higher spot. Because again, they're allowing 33 to the position in the last 5, 37 in the last 10. Outside of that, I'm not really seeing too much of anything else. Okay, rebounds and assists look much better. And this is him at home on a Monday. He is, oops, I did not mean to do that. See, on Mondays he's down, right? But Mondays at home, he's 3-1 on the season, averaging almost 13, 12.3. He only went down one time here. It was against Indiana. Per the position though, they're allowing 12, which is still good, just in the last 5, just more recently. So it was up 5 games ago. So more recently, they're allowing 12. So he's still technically in a spot to get 10 rebounds and assists. So take this information what you will. Let me relook at him at home specifically. Just in general, last 5, averaging 10 on the nose. So yeah, he actually like his PRA. Let me look and see who they who did my Thunder face off against. Kubale's still been actually balling more recently on some cheese for the most part. Because anytime I looked his way, he just wasn't doing it. I think I bet on Kubale like 3 or 4 times, and he just didn't. I think he only came through one time. And it was like the last 2 or 3 times that I bet on him, he didn't do anything. But more recently, since I haven't bet on him, he's been out there getting buckets, hitting threes, and all this other cheese. It's like, dude, and if I look your way in the next game, you're not going to do anything. So I don't even know. See, Suggs had 13 here. DiVincenzo had 10. They shut Pritchard down, but Pritchard's been coming off the bench more recently. Murray had 14. Podziemski had 12. So you're seeing, like, the players that actually get the job done, they're doing well above the mark. VJ can, but the only thing is that you got to consider what's around him when it's pertaining to his passing. Yeah, he has really no choice but to go out there and actually grab rebounds, because there's really no bigs out there on the court with him, really, to be honest. Like, really nothing. So that's why he had 12 here, 8. Again, this was on at home. Yeah, 7, 12, 13. So that's what I'm saying. He really doesn't have too much more reason. That's why he's been going out there, like, grabbing boards. So if you even feel like he can get 6 or higher, it's a plus 105. Maybe you take him for the 7. Maybe you get 7. They're allowing 7 to the position in the last 5. So it's already looking good. 8 the last 10. It's already looking good if you want to take him for the 7. You want to take him for the straight bet on the 7, but still positive for the 6. So just trying to give you all a basis. Now, can he grab boards against Hartenstein and Chet on the court at the same time, and when they're off the court? That's the question at hand that you got to ask yourself. His passing, whoa. Okay, this is the only good spot. He had 5 here on the nose. They're allowing, we are allowing 5. Okay, positive on the Monday. Again, this is data from just a year because he's a rookie. So he's averaging 6 on these Mondays. Monday at home, 3 and 1. And we're allowing 5 the last 5. And on the season, we're allowing 8. So, dude is information what you I actually like his rebounds a bit more, but I just don't know if he would actually go out there and like bum rush Chet and Hartenstein to get the boards. I don't really see anything else. So, Orlando. Let me see. Orlando. Yeah, see, Nembhard, Naismith, and Siakam are still questionable. If at least 2 of them are in, I'm probably going to take Indiana to cover the spread tonight. Again, because I mentioned it over on Moneyballer. Again, if you're over on YouTube, you can see this information. But I'm just going to share this real quickly. Indiana just against Miami. Against Orlando. The spread is 12.5. Really hasn't budged as far as I know. Maybe it went up 1. But Indiana at Orlando in the last 5 home games. This is over on Moneyballer. Again, it's 12.5 for them to cover. Indiana covered against Orlando in these 5 games. February 25th of 2023, they won 121-108. March 10th, 2024, they won 111-97. October 28th. What's good, D Mackey over on YouTube? What's going on, dude? October 28th of 2024, they lost 119-115. November 13th, 2024, they lost 94-90. And then this year, January 4th of 2026, they lost 135-127. But the key thing that you're hearing from this information, because you don't see this over on WAP, but for those of you on YouTube who do see this, Pacers covered every 12.5 spread. Again, it's not the actual spread that was per the game, but again, they covered every game per the number tonight. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like if Siakam's in, or at least Siakam and say maybe Nembhard or something like that. But either way, if at least 2 of them are in between Nembhard, Naismith, and Siakam, more than likely going to take Indiana to cover that plus 12.5. Because they have Orlando's number when it's at least pertaining to covering the number. So, do with that information what you will. It's just what I personally feel like taking. I already have my main two picks in already, but I'm thinking about taking that on the side bet real quick. I'm not really seeing, because it's really not giving me too much of anything. So, Suggs is out. He was ruled out, if I remember, Suggs was ruled out 4 or 5 hours ago or something like that. I'm looking on Twitter right now. I could have sworn I seen that he was ruled out. Smart's out for the Lakers. He's not playing tonight. Dude, I could have sworn they said Suggs was out. Either way, who on Orlando is gonna go out here and get buckets, right? So obviously off top, I was looking at Desmond Bane for potentially getting some points, and more than likely his points is in the 20s, right? It's 24. He's been down more recently in the last 5. He's 1-4 against them. He had 31 here on January 4th, but he had 18 here at Indiana on the 31st of December. This is just this year. Yeah, D-Mac, he's out. He's not in. I literally just when I had a notification on my phone saying he was out. But they're allowing 29 to the position. They're allowing 44 PRA. Look, there goes the 444 again. See that number every day. This is the spot that I see it in. So I kind of feel like he can get the PRA, the 33, because again, Suggs is out. It's going to be just him and Bonchero out there. So this is beautiful to see that they're allowing 44 to the position on the season, 40 in the last 5, literally almost 40 in the last 10. So we got to look at the list to see who's actually was balling against them. Harper, it's my fault, guys. I apologize. Knew I should have looked at Harper during this game because Castle was ruled out and Vassell was ruled out, type of stuff. I knew I should have looked Harper's way in this game from yesterday. Excuse me, 2 days ago. So that was my fault. He went out there and got buckets. He had like 24, something like that. Look at Denny, 48. Look at Jose coming off the bench with 28. So it's still looking really, really good per the spot. Devin had 55. Holiday at 27. Again, you're looking for him to get 33, right? Is it 33? Yeah, 33. So it's still looking good, at least for the month. So, shoot, even what was it? The end of the month? Last month? Where'd it go? Didn't Miller have? Look, Miller, yeah, 44. So that's what I'm saying. Like with Suggs out, it's gonna be Bonchero out there. It's gonna be Desmond. Got to get buckets some way somehow. Kind of feel like Desmond would go out here and get higher than the 33, maybe get close to 40, maybe 35, maybe 36, maybe 37 type of thing. Maybe he still gets this here where he got it on the 4th in that head-to-head matchup. Let's look at him on the Monday though, because we haven't even broken that down yet. He's still under on Mondays though. Very fascinating. He's 1-8 on the season, averaging 30. So, him at home, 1-2 on the year. But he's hovering around 30. He's still averaging 36. That's only because he had 48 against Chicago Bulls on December 1st. So if you, again, looking at the data, if you feel like he would go under, like hook on 32, maybe hit 30, take him for the under. Because again, he's been going under more recently. And again, on the day, he's been going under. He had 5 straight unders. Does he go under tonight? And again, when you're really even breaking it down, he is, for the most part, close to the 30, but not close, right? He hasn't even hit 30 at all. So if you feel like he would go under tonight, take him for the under. Currently, FanDuel believes he's going to go over. I just wanted to look at the data to see if he would be someone that I would consider. Okay. Fascinating. Okay. I have yet to bet on Wagner. I really have yet to bet on this cat. Let me see. What is his points? 7. I don't trust it. Looks like his points and rebounds look the best. You need 11. He's averaging 10. Averaging 10. You need 11. He had back-to-back under 10, 6 and 6. They're allowing 25 on the season, 28 in the last 5, 26 in the last 10. Maybe we do take points. On a Monday, though, he's averaging 15. Look how beautiful that is. But again, this was last year. Between last year and this year, he's averaging 12 on the year, 2-1. But it looks beautiful because he's hit 16 and 13, though. Let me see something. Let me see. This is points and rebounds, right? Let's see. Clingan, 41. I'm mad at myself because Clingan balled out last game. I don't think he had. Maybe he did have 40 something points on the last game. 12 here. Cat, Mitchell, Turner, the bum. Turner even had 17. Okay. Maybe y'all consider taking Mitchell because he sort of kind of has Indiana's number. He had 34 here. He had 16. So maybe in the next matchup, if they play against each other again, maybe you take him for his points and rebounds. Renaud had 30, 29, almost 30, 19 for Williams. So he's potentially in a spot to. That's what I'm saying. I feel like this is super low for him. Now, granted, he wouldn't be starting, I don't think. He'd be coming off the bench. His minutes. Let me make sure. Can't find. Okay, he's averaging 14. So do you consider taking him for 11 PR tonight? Kind of feel like it's a good look. Do you consider taking Mortez for the points and rebounds? It looks like it's a good look. Really, honestly. Again, it's Indiana. They don't really have too much to work with off the bench when he comes in. So, let me see. And when you look at it too, in the last 20, he hasn't had 3 straight down games. So that's just in general. And then at home, same thing. He hasn't had 3 straight. He's averaging 14 points of rebound. Well, that's apology. That's points rebound. It says I apologize. Actually, his points and rebounds actually are better. But still, same thing. He hasn't had, you know what I mean? Like he had one back-to-back here. Okay, here it is. He had a back-to-back here. This was back in December, January. Again, these were on Monday. These were at home. On a Monday at home, he's 2-0. But that was between last year. This year, he's 1-0 on the season. He had 16 here. So, yeah, dude doesn't ever mention what you want. Maybe he does. I don't know. Maybe I might take it on a straight bet. I might not parlay, but I might take that on a straight bet because he just might go out there and get. And I might bump him up to what you call it here. I might bump him up to 13 at minimum, probably on Fanatics. And D-Mackey said what you call it on so Carter for points, what is his points? It's 12. He's 50-50 the last 10, 4-1 the last 5. They're allowing 21 to the position on the season. 24, 22. Can he get, say, 15 tonight? It's a plus 193 on FanDuel. He hit 15, 3 of the last 5. He was a bucket off here against the Lakers. Let me see what he's doing on a Monday. Okay, he had 1 and 4 in the last 5, averaging 10. Looks like 10. I think that's what it says. Looks like 10. But he had 17 here against Atlanta on some random stuff. Your boy was hitting. Making it splash, son. Still averaging 10. No, excuse me, 11 in the last 10. Mondays at home, and then 3 and 2 in the last 5. But anytime he's getting 12 or higher. He did get higher than 15 twice. I don't know, guys. Maybe you do take Carter for points. Let me cue that up. He just might get it. Might. Because, again, you're talking about Suggs not out there. So he would have to be one getting buckets, plus Bonchero, plus Bane. Da Silva, too. We can't forget about Da Silva. Whoops. Let me see. Remember, De Silva was grabbing boards back here, but he's been back down now, so maybe he does come back up on grabbing rebounds. Maybe. What is his points again? It is 12 as well. Let me see. Let me see. So his points and rebounds plus his points, his PRA is looking the best at 60% hit rate in the last 10, but he's 2 and 3 in the last 5 for both. Everything else has just been down, but they're allowing 28 to the position on the season, 32 in the last 5, almost 35 in the last 10. So, Angelo, what's going on? How are you? Hope you're doing well. We're still looking. We're still searching. Haven't found too much. We're still like we're going game to game trying to find some stuff. Let me see. What is he doing on a Monday? He's down on the Monday though. Monday's at home, down. Let me see. On the season. But he wasn't. That's the thing. This doesn't really count because he wasn't getting that many minutes. So, again, this was last year's stuff. Well, most of it was last year, but these ones don't count because it was nothing. So we just take that out and go back just to the season, just in general. He's looking great on the season per his PRA. It's 18, but it's just more recently been down. Let me look at the 30. Yeah, see, Keldon had 32 here. Champagne had 19. Grant was shut down here. OG had 30. I needed OG like 3 games ago. I'm upset. Like, your boy just didn't do anything. And remember, I posted McCall Bridges for the plus EV last night. It was for his points for 13. He got 14, so I'm mad I didn't bump him up 1 extra. I should have. And if you've noticed, some of my picks that have hit are the number 14, so just want to point that out real quick. Again, you need 18. So it's still looking good. Like I said, they shut McCall here down on the 13th. DeRozan's 16 here. Grant's 1-1 against them. Marcus 17, hooked per the actual 17.5. But back here, look at Mathurin, Kawhi. So it still looks good. Kind of feel like Tristan could still go out there and get some stuff tonight. Yeah, if you feel like Tristan could get that 18 taken for the 18, it's just, you know what I mean, you're really trying to gauge whatever, because Indiana, you really can't I really can't see who else to look for that game. For the Detroit game, it's real simple. You're either taking of course you're taking like LeBron, you're taking Luka, maybe Austin Reeves, maybe Luke Kennard, because again, Smart is not in. Jennings may still potentially do something tonight. Asir Thompson probably gonna be somebody to look towards, more than likely. Even like per the mat, like, because you got to figure Luka does not play defense. So if they match up against each other, Asor should get something. You know, him matching up against Robinson, he should potentially get something. I'll look at PJ Washington in a minute. Yeah, Angela, if you want to take this is over on YouTube. Angelo says Wendell Carter for the 19, for the 20 PRA. If you want to take him, because he's potentially to get it. And then he said, D Mackey said Harris for 5 rebounds, Carson for 6 RA. Let's see. Look at this. They're allowing, if you even take your boy for the PRA here at 19, they're allowing 36 to the position on the season, 30 in the last 5, 28 in the last 10. He's been down more recently though. But personally, just being honest, even though he's 0-2, but he's 0-1 on the season. He had 12 here. This was, months ago. He on the season is averaging 19, is 18.7, I believe that's the number, 7 there. On a Monday, he's been down, but he's still hovered around 18, 16, 16, 14. Monday at home. Now, just in general on the season, he's 0-4. 0-5, averaging 15. Like, just something has to give because he has to do something tonight. Detroit has to do something. I need Detroit, really, to be honest. I need them to cover the first half spread. Duncan, you need Duncan. Because what I don't want for this game tonight, I still want it to be competitive, but you never know. LA just might blow him out tonight. I don't personally see that happening, personally. All right, so okay. So Duncan for 5 is a minus 130. I would bump him up to 6. They're allowing 13 to the position, which is great. 14 in the last 5, 12 in the last 10. So more recently, they've been allowing the 2 guard to get it. I need 5, right? So look at this, 9, 6. Your boy can't hit right there. Hero 13. So a lot of the cats that are doing stuff are getting well above the mark. The only thing with Duncan, he shoots more than he does everything else. So, but his rebounds and assists, and even his rebounds are hitting more than his points. So let's look at his rebounds. What is his rebounds? It's 3. They're allowing to the position 7, almost 8 in the last 5, 6 in the last 10, 7 on the season. Again, me personally, I would more so look towards his RA. He's 2-1 against them. He had 6 here on December 30th. He's 1-0 on the year, but 2-1 in general. Let me look at him on a Monday. Oh, he's getting it. Again, this is between this year, last year. Or actually, no, I think this is this year. This is beautiful. He's 8-3. He's averaging 5. But the last 5, he's 4-0, averaging 6. So I really do like him for 6 RA tonight at plus value because they're allowing 14 to the position. Because they're going to need something. So I'm going to queue that up. I like that too. Just in general. Don't discount Caris going out here and getting buckets because he's officially kind of back. He's been injury prone for most of the season. But as you see here, he more recently in 3 of the last 5, he had 10 points or higher. Or excuse me, in and around, right? He's averaging 8. And also his passing too, because he might come off the bench and get this here specifically. So just want to kind of put that bug in your ear to say, yo, you may want to consider taking Caris on a random. He might go out there and get 4 or higher. He might get 5. Again, he had back-to-back 5, 268. You may want to throw $5 on that plus 268. Just saying. Okay. What is he doing at home, just in general? Okay. But again, he's 1-0. So, just wanted to look at Caris real quick. All right. Next up, my Memphis Grizzlies are heading to Atlanta, ATL. Face off against the Hawks. So if Jalen Johnson doesn't play, I kind of feel like he will play tonight because he didn't play the last game, if I remember. Sorry, I'm clearing my clear my emails on my phone real quick. So what do we have here again? Norman, Wagner, Carter. Okay, that's 4. Say Dyson Daniels for points. You would have to look towards Dyson anyway, because if Jalen's out, they're gonna need him. Where is he at? Oh, there you go. Okay, last 5 he was doing this thing. Head to head though, he's 0-3. 0-1 on the season. He had 18 here. You need 27. Apologize. 14. They shut him down for 3. I don't really necessarily see him not getting. Now, he did get under 10 here, so it's more recently. Because I remember it was one of the games that I put him down for something. He finished with, I think it was PRA at 7 in total. So I think may have been here. You need 14 points from him. Personally, this is what they're allowing. We're allowing 23 to the position, but 14 on the nose last 5. But it was up 5 games prior. Let me see. They shut Knuppel down, Hauser down. I think Spencer came back this game. Or was it no, he came back the more recent Denver game. Bazula at 29, Duncan at 14, Holland at 12. Look at this. Middleton, the vet, randomly at 35. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you do take him for the 14. And again, it's 14. FanDuel believes he's going to do it. He's averaging 14 on the nose last 10, 15 in the last 5. They're allowing 14 in the last 5. So maybe you do take him. Now, remember Dyson was out there getting steals left and right. Like late last year, in and around this time. He hasn't been really doing that all season. Yeah, he hasn't. Remember, he was averaging like 8 steals a game, right? So, yeah, look at this. 5 here, 7, 8, 5. You know what I mean? He was getting it. 6 back here at the beginning of the year. So he hasn't. This year he is. So 3. So yeah, this year he's only averaging 2. Head to head, he's averaging 3, but he didn't get anything on this day here. But they're allowing. What are they allowing to the position? Doesn't say. Oh, there it goes. They didn't allow anybody to get a steal in the last 5, but 2 in the last 10. Okay, Middleton randomly. Kelly Oubre. You need how many? Is it 3? 2. So you would bump him up to 3. Who knows? He might get 3. He might be the only cat. Let me see. All month, nobody got 3. He might be the cat that get 3 tonight. Because he does get 3. That's what I mean. Now, let's see. Okay, so anytime he, for the most part, per what you see here, for the most part, when he got 3 or higher, the very next game he got 3 again. So potential spot for him to get 3 steals tonight. My Grizzlies, for some reason, are not allowing. But again, we're talking about players that you would look at the list and say, okay, there's a reason why they have in the last 5. Because a lot of these players are not defensive-minded players. Dyson is a defensive minded player. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna queue this up because I'm probably gonna take that on straight bet. I actually like his steals the most out of everything that I've just seen. But if you want to take him for the 14 points, take him for the 14 because he just might get it. If you want to take him for his passing, it's up to you. It's 7. I think. Let me see. Like I don't know. So it's just something to consider. Maybe rebounds. Blocks and steals is a plus value. Okay. So again, head to head on the season, he's 0-1 against them. But maybe he turns it around and gets 3 steals tonight. Maybe. But I really like the steals look. I don't really look too much at defensive stuff because it's still kind of hard to gauge a lot of times because you really don't know. I think I did like 2 slips this year, fading point guards or whatever for their blocks, and literally both those slips missed by one player because one of them decided to go out there and get like 1 or 2 or 3 blocks that night. And it's like, dude, I just needed you to not get a block. You just decided to randomly actually play some defense tonight, and you went out there and got some blocks on some cheese. Bum. Did we look Colin Sexton's way? Remember, was it Colin? No, it was for Chicago. It was Kobe White. Remember the stream from 2 days ago? Talk about Kobe liking his PRA. I mentioned that during the stream. I should have just put it on that parlay that I had because he cashed. He didn't get the 15 points that I thought he was gonna get, but I think he still went well above his PRA though, because he went out there and grabbed like a whole bunch of rebounds, had like 6 or 7 assists. It was just like wow, in the midst of him not being able to get 15 points. But Colin, 4-1. Looking for him to get maybe 18. Because he's been cashing everything. Points, PR, PA, and RA. 80% hit rate. Let me see. So, head to head, he is 100%. But that was last year's numbers. They're allowing 31 to the position, the last 5, almost 30. On the season, 32. So, does he go out here against the Rockets? Because look at this. They allowed Larson to get 27. They allowed Reese Ashard, who came back recently, to get 24. This dude, I'm mad. Look at that. His PRA was 12. He went out there and doubled that, dog. Because I looked at him real briefly for that PRA because he was green, and I was like, I don't know, he's coming back. I don't know if he's gonna do anything. And I'm sitting there watching him per the box score, go out there and get multiple rebounds, some passing, and some scoring. So mad that I missed that, dog. Because it's like you want to take a player even with them coming back, but you just don't know sometimes. That's what I'm saying. You got to be cautious, and then in your cautiousness, you miss out on some extra funds in your pocket because the player actually goes out there and does the job. It's like, dude, like, but that's why I stay the way that I do. I'm like, I ain't betting on you till 3 games later, 4 games. I need you to get your feet back under you. So it's actually looking good for this spot for Colin to get even just 19 PRA on a Monday, 20. Most of it was this year. 18 on the nose though. But in the last 5 Mondays, only averaging 17. Again, this was looking like, let's see. Monday at home. 18. Last 5, 16. No head-to-head information as far as the Mondays, but again, he's 2-0. But again, this was last year's numbers. But it's still looking positive because a lot of the players that they face off against handle business against them. So I actually do like him for the PRA for 19 tonight. What is it? 105. I actually do like it. I'm gonna queue that up. So for sure, I'm gonna take Dyson Daniels for those 3 steals on a straight bet. I want to see if he can get it done tonight. Let's see. I don't think anything else. Josh Giddey, as always, you would look at him for his triple-double, to be honest. 80%. Look at the double-double, 60%. Freaking legend, man. 12%. I mean, triple-double. It's a plus 425. Let me see. Rebound, 70%. You need 8. They're allowing 6 on the season, 6 in the last 5, 6 in the last 10. What's he doing on a Monday? 9. Monday at home, 8. On the season, 9. That's only because he had above 10 in 2 of the games. Let me see. Luka 9, 6 here, so he's 1-1. Murray was off by 1. We're talking about players that actually go out there and grab boards per the position. Pozinski 9. So it does look good for the month. Just in general, I actually like it. Assist-wise has been down, though. Well, that's the spot. Monday's on at home. But he's actually been up. 4-1. 6. But again, per the actual names on the list. Mitchell had 9 here. Luka 10. They shut Luka down here. Murray had 4. The other Murray had 4. Okay. Bit of a risk for the assist potential to go under because they've been shutting down the passing. Maybe look at his points and assists real quick. 38 in the last 5, 32 on the season. We're looking for 28 PRA, 24, 50, 40, 39, 34. Pushing higher than the actual mark. Castle at 28 on the nose. Pozinski got shut down by 1. We're talking about the actual mark, the 28. So it he literally really should be able to go out there and get 28 or higher. Just being honest, because again, per the names on the list there down below, he's in the spot to still handle business. But we still got to consider the day. Mondays are not kind to you, sir, even on the season. 1-3. I still do like the I still like it. Hold on. What was it that I was looking at? Was it apologize, guys. I kind of got caught up trying to remember specifically what I was looking at. Excuse me. Let me clear that up. There we go. It may have been rebounds and assists. So I still actually do like him for the RA because again they're allowing 38 in the last 5. So it's just, you know what I mean, it's just it's just the spot where potentially for him to once again go under. But we're talking about just more recently he's still been getting it. Chicago has still been producing points. So the question becomes, can the Rockets shut this team down who don't really have anything? You know, you really can't find too much of a player to go out there and get real buckets. Maybe Bazula can get some buckets. Maybe Colin type of thing. Maybe you fade you fade the Bulls team total points, which will be what tonight. I'm over on Outlier. For those of you on WAP.com, they've gone under. In 3 of the last 5 games, they've gone under. So under 112. 60% to the under in the last 10. 60% to the under in the last 5. It's 112. The Rockets are only allowing 110. That's what I'm saying. Now, head to head though, but again, this was before the trade deadline. The Rockets scored 113 against Houston at Houston on January 13th. And we're talking about this year. So they're actually 0-1 to the under against the Rockets. So does the same thing happen tonight? It's a minus 102 for them to go under on FanDuel, minus 105 on the ScoreBet app, minus 108 on DraftKings, etc., etc. I'm considering fading the Bulls team total points. In the last 10 games, they did go under 3 straight games. So they're on the back-to-back under 109 against the Raptors, 110 against the Cavs. Rockets in the more recent games at home, they allow 122, 95, 124, 100, 105, 99, 99, 115, 97, 105. So it's a positive, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teams out of the, I guess, 9, 10 games at Houston. They did not allow a team to score the 112. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take that on a straight bet right now because I actually like the data. I'm going to log into FanDuel right now. I'll be posting that in the Discord and the WAP in a moment. But I like the Bulls team total points on there. So I'm putting that in right now. So again, if you want to take Giddey may be able to still find something. It's, again, I kind of feel like that's what I'm saying. I kind of feel like that's the other thing. I kind of feel like the number is low. I kind of feel like it should be closer to 20, like 19 and a half at best, at the minimum. But because it's 18, I do feel like he can at least hit 18 if he doesn't hook at 17 and a half type of thing. But again, the question, he's in the spot where the team can go under the team total points and he does not get the assist and the rebounds and stuff. So, per the Rockets, I don't think, okay, Smith is the only one that's questionable, but that's for Chicago. So everybody's in for the Rockets. So, but let me stop rambling about this. Let me take this on a straight bet. Team prop Bulls. Okay, it actually dipped up. Oh wait. I apologize. Wait, I'm so sorry. Bulls are at home. I apologize. Let me relook at this. I mean, either way, Let me see the Bulls. I'm looking this. They're still under. They're averaging 110 at home in the last 10 home games. 116 though in the last 5 home games, and that's only due to the fact that they scored 120 against the Bucks on the 1st of March, and then 132 against my Memphis Grizzlies on the 16th. But outside of that, 108 against my Thunder, 109 against the Raptors, 110 against the Cavs. Again, this is talking about the Bulls at home. So let me look at the data for the Rockets on the road. Now the Rockets on the road, again, this is outlier over on for y'all on YouTube. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 3-2, 3-3, 4-3. Okay. Potential spot for the Bulls to score above the 112 because the Rockets, I believe, are 3-4 to stopping a team from scoring against them on the road. But again, per the data in front of me, the Bulls have gone 3 straight games under. They went under in back-to-back home games. So potential still for them to go under the 112. I'm still going to take it anyway. FanDuel has them. They actually have them going over at a minus 118. Excuse me, minus 104. But I'm still going to take the under. Just gonna. Oh, it just shifted. Let me hurry up. It just shifted. It literally just shifted. It was a minus 118 and it flipped to a minus 104. I got it. I locked it in. Literally just shifted. I'm all like, oh, let me add a little extra juice to my slip, but it literally just shifted, so I'll take it. D Mackey said Trey Jones for points and rebounds. Let's look at. I almost forgot about Trey because he had how many points did he have the last game? 20. Maybe you take Trey Jones for points. They're allowing 20 on the nose, so they were allowing more well over 5 games ago. They were allowing 28 the last 10, but it dipped down to 20. You need 14 from this kid. 25 here, 21. 14 here, 15. So Austin Reeves is 2-0 for the 14. Murphy had 14. So points are looking great. Let me see what he's doing on a Monday. Still looking good for the most part. Averaging 13. Averaging 14 on the nose the last 5. On the season, just in general, 14.6. Now let me look at you said PR. His PR is 57%. His PRA is looking the best. PA and then RA are looking the best. 57%, still good, still positive. 17. So pretty much be the same thing. Right? Again, this was Mondays. Just in general, on the season, 20. So maybe you bump them up. Maybe you bump them up to that 18. Again, they're allowing to the position. Just points and rebounds, 20 almost 25 to the position the last 5. So it's still potential for him to still get some stuff here. Head to head, he's 2-0. 1-0 on the season. He had 36 against them at Houston on January 13th. So it's definitely positive. Mondays at home, 3-2, averaging 18.8. Again, always remember when you look at the data, if you see potential for you to bump him up and ladder the player up. And here's why. You need 17, but he's getting 20 or higher. He only hit 17 one time here on the season in the month. Talking about in the month, one time. Every other time he's gotten 20 or higher. So he's been producing much more than what you're expecting. So obviously take the 17 on a straight bet. Then you ladder him up. Maybe you don't take him for 20 tonight. It's a plus 179 on DraftKings. Maybe you just take him for 19 and the 18. Again, you just ladder him up 3 times. But either way, you see what the player is doing just in general. Yes, he looks really great with the PRA. Yes, he looks really great with the PA. But it's 19, so it's much higher. What is his RA? It's 8 plus value, 9 plus 160, 2-0. He had 9 here on the season on a Monday. Look how beautiful this is. He's averaging 11 on Mondays. On the year, he's averaging 10. But when he gets it, he's getting 10 or higher on a Monday. And then Monday's at home, 3-2, he's averaging 12. So anytime he gets it, he's going much higher. So potential spot. If you feel froggy, you feel like he can get 10 tonight. We're talking about rebounds and assists. They're allowing 12 in the last 5. On the season, 13. So he has, again, potential to get 10. This beautiful plus 258. Just in general on the season, 3-1. So me looking at the data, I'm like, yo, let me take him for his points and rebounds plus value, ladder him up. May not take him for 20, but take him for the 19. RA, ladder him up. Maybe I take him for 10, right? So yeah. Let me see. Again, we're talking about the day and at home. Let me see. And even just in general in the last 10, he's hit, and when he gets it, he's getting 9 or higher. He's never just hitting 8, right? And if he doesn't get it, as you see here, is getting 7 or a little bit less. So yeah, I like his RA. I feel like, being honest, I really feel like the RA is the better look, potential 10 spot, but the sweet spot is the 9. So I'm gonna take him for 9 RA personally. Just make sure. Because even on FanDuel, for him to get 8 RA, it's a minus 104. I'm taking trade for 9 RA. It's a plus 158 on ScamDuel. And I'll just throw just a few extra on the 9. If I feel like he will get if I feel like he would get 10, I'll take it on a straight bet for that what you call it. It's a plus 250 even for him to get 10. You know what? I'm gonna say screw it. I'm gonna take him for the 10. I took him for the 9 RA. I'm gonna take him for the 10. We'll just do that. Let me see what I can do here to bump it up to Yeah, that'll work. I'm taking it. I said screw it. I took it. I took him for 8. But again, for you, you would take him for the 7.5. Just the regular line is minus 104, and then you would then ladder him up to, and I'm gonna also take him for the 8, the 7.5, where it's at. That way, we're doing both at the same. We're doing the original line, and we're bumping up to the sweet spot, the 9, and then we are gonna take the chance to see if he gets 10 tonight. Because again, on Mondays, Trey Jones, and re-showing it again. Trey Jones on Mondays, again, just in general, for his rebounds and assists, he's usually getting 9 or higher on a Monday. He's 2-0 from last year, hitting 8 and 9. I apologize. On a Monday, he's averaging 11, right? Just in the last 10 Mondays, that's including last year. This year, this season, he's averaging 10 on Mondays. And anytime he gets it, he's using going above 9 and getting 10 or higher. When he does, they are allowing 13 to the position on the season, 12 in the last 5, 13 in the last 10 on the season. And then him on Mondays at home, he's averaging 12. Because anytime he does get it, he's going even above 10, getting 14 and 16 and stuff like that. So I really like him for the RA, so I took it. Like I said, everything that I do indeed take, I'm going to post it in the WAP in the Discord shortly. But again, I like it. Okay, so again, like I said, like I mentioned, Giddey, if you feel like he'll get anything, take him for his rebounds and assists, because I feel like that's the best spot, potential spot for him. They're allowing 14 to the position on the season, because this is a risky bet, simply because the player, again, we're comparing Giddey, what he does compared to the others on the list. A lot of the players on this list, per the names, aren't doing what Giddey does specifically. So that's why they're only allowing this 12 here. But when faced off, we're talking about Giddey, he goes out here and actually gets the job done with what he has left over since all those trades and stuff. So he's still producing well above the 18. So maybe he does get, maybe he still gets 18, but I would recommend taking him at 19, maybe 20, because he potentially will still get 20 or higher tonight. If you do feel like, because I feel like his rebounds and assists are potentially like the best look out of everything. Like his PRA is still good, right? Mondays, decent enough in the last 5, but was doing well a few games ago. On the year, he's 3-3, even. So we're almost even. And then him on a Monday at home, 2-2. But like I said, per his RA, it's just, this is the only spot for the negative side, because on Mondays, per the season, he's even 2-2. So, but it's just more recently he's been handling business in the month. So I just feel like he can still get 20 plus points and rebounds and assists tonight. So that's that one. For Utah at home, against Toronto. As far as we can tell, nobody's questionable. I'm just not sure. No, that's the other thing, because when I think about Filipowski, I automatically think about Precious Achiuwa for the Kings, because those two are the two players that I've been looking more recently towards for double. So it was my fault last night because I was tired. Look, dude, when I tell you I laid down after I ate dinner, I was dozing off the rest of the evening. I was fighting my sleep just to get to the games and stuff, and I knew I should have just taken a nap, but then I would have messed up my sleep schedule. But Precious Achiuwa went out there and went well above his mark on his PRA. He had a double-double. He smashed that quickly. I think he had a double-double in the first half, if I remember correctly. So, and I think Bam Adebayo had a double-double in the first half too. So I'm kind of like trying to hurry up because my voice is starting to crack. I'm starting to get kind of drained here from all the talking that I'm doing. But if you want to take Filipowski for some anything, he's 60% per everything in the last 10. He's 2-1 against them, but he's 0-1 on the season. He had 12 here against Toronto, at Toronto on February 1st. It's not that long ago. But per the position, again, you're looking for him to get 25. If you take him for the PRA, they're allowing 33 in the last 5, 35 on the season, 41 in the last 10. He's specifically on a Monday. He had been up more recently. Now, he's only averaging 24 in the last 10 Mondays, but on the season, he's actually averaging, apologies, I didn't mean to do that. He's averaging 29, 3-2. Again, they're allowing 33. Again, this is Mondays. But then Monday at home, 3-2. He had 3 straight Mondays. And we're talking about this year. This season, he's 3-0 to getting well above his PRA line. 30 or higher on the year. Can he do this against the Raptors tonight? That's the question. That is the question. Oh, I apologize. I looked at the data wrong. I apologize. So on the season, he's 3-3, but he went 3 straight Mondays at home. So, let me see. Joker had 39. You gotta look at the names. Doran had 31. Clint Capella's a bum. Sengun had 30. Gafford randomly had 35, and his line was freaking 16. Freaking bum. Rudy had 35. His was 24. Cat had 39. His was 34. So it's even, this is just in the month. So all those players that I just named are players that do what Kyle does. So I would say take Kyle just alone for the PRA. And if you want to take him for his points and rebounds, it's 22. It's just that in the last 5, he's 2-3. But on the last 10, he's, 60%. So, and again, in the month, just in general in the month, per the bigs that they face off against, a lot of them went well above the mark, even just for the PRA, even just for the points and rebounds. So he has a potential to do something. And even when you look at it, again, when he gets to 21, he's going even higher than that. He's getting 23, 24, 25. Well, technically 24 and higher, really. So if you feel like you can get 24, take them at the plus value here, 25 plus value. Because they're allowing so much to the position. They're literally, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So just in the month, 5 of the last 6 bigs had 30 or higher points or rebounds. So if you feel like he'll go even above that and get closer to 30, take him for that. Take him for that gusto, baby. You know what I mean? Take it. Don't be afraid of it. Okay, his RA is down more recently. Okay. Nothing's really changed outside of like more recent though. So yeah. Let me see. Okay. So you really, even more so at home, you have a better look towards his PRA and PR, because he's 50-50 with his points and assists and rebounds and assists. So I would just say take either the points and rebounds or points, rebounds, and assists. I'm literally more so leaning towards his. I think I'm leaning more towards his PR, because it's a lower line than the PRA. Let me see. What is his rebounds? His rebounds is down though. That's the only thing. His assists are up. What are they giving per the assists? So rebounds are allowing 12. 3. All right. Actually, yeah, I think I am liking the points and rebounds. So I'm thinking about taking his points and rebounds at a straight bet. RJ Barrett did not come through for me the last game. I took him for his PRA. He was in a spot to get, I think it was like 23, 24 PRA, something like that. Now this number is higher than what it was the last game. So he had 19 here. I had him. I think it was like 24 or something like that. So he was in a spot to potentially get 24 PRA, because he had been getting 24 or higher in the last 10 and 5 games. So he was just in a potential spot to actually get the job done. But again, he only had 19 the last game. So he failed me. On the year, he's under on a Monday. Monday's on the road, he's 0-1 on the season. 2-2 just in general in the last 5 Mondays on the road. But they're allowing plenty of breathing room to the position on the season. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. So he has potential to bounce back and bounce back big, because they're allowing so much. He's potentially, possible potential to go out here and get, 36 or higher tonight. Because again, they're allowing so much to the position. Look at that. Just in general in the last 5. Let's look. DeRozan at 56 randomly. Right? We're looking for him to get 32. Kyle Kuzma's a bum. Sadiq Bey has their number. He had 35 and 54. Okay. I think that number is bumped up so high simply because of what DeRozan did here on the 15th. So I would say be cautious about Barrett tonight. Again, he's 3 straight going under. Okay, in the last 20 games he did have 4 straight, and it was between the end of the last month and the beginning of this month. So we're pushing on the end of the month, but we're not close to there. So he might turn it around and get 32 or higher tonight. He might. Just be cautious about this one. Okay, rebounds, 60%. He had a random double-double on the 10th versus Washington. You need 6. Maybe. 2 and 2. But that was last year's numbers. He's 0-1 on the season. On a Monday. Head to head. 2 and 3. He is excuse me, I apologize. 1-1. I apologize. He's 1-0 against them. He had 6 here on the nose on the first. So they allow 9 to the position. 7 on the season, 9. So they're allowing the small forward to grab boards. Walker Kuzma was 1 off. DeRozan was 2 off. Kamara was 2 off. Bridges 1 off. Santos had 8. See, some of these cats don't even really be grabbing rebounds, so. Okay. Maybe you still take them for the rebounds. Maybe. Look at his see, his RA is crappy. They're allowing 16 to the position in the last 5. I don't know if he can get, they're giving him 10. See, that's why the number is so high, because again, it shifted from a 23 and a half from the last game, from the 22nd to the 32 because of what they've done in the last 5 games. So again, thanks to DeRozan, the freaking bum. So I don't know. Really don't know, because again, maybe he does go out there and flips the script and he freaking goes 36 or higher or something like that. I don't know, close to 40 tonight. Really don't know. Again, it's Utah, because Utah gives up so much to the position too. That's the other thing. Or just in general, what I'm saying, because they don't play no defense. I'm not really seeing anything else. Again, Filipowski took him or was considering him for let's blocks and rebounds. Okay. I kind of got hyped for his steals and blocks there for a second. What was I saying? Oh, his points and rebounds. That's right. 'Cause I'm thinking about taking him on a straight bet. Okay. So literally, outside of that, I don't really see anything else, because you really don't know. Maybe Toronto blows them out tonight. Maybe. So Jalen's out. Vassell's playing. D. Mackey says on YouTube. Nice. Okay. Thank you for that update. Sorry if I'm seeing your comment a little late. I thought I took something for Cooper Flag. Give me 1 second. I gotta look at this. Yeah, I did. I have Cooper Flag because originally with this game, I was looking at Porzingis for his PRA tonight, because potentially he's in a spot, because they're allowing 39 to the position, 42 in the last 5, 38 in the last 10, right? They're allowing 24 points to the position. His points line is 18. So he's a potential spot to do a multitude of things tonight. Granted, he's been down just in general Because I was looking, like I said, I was looking at this while I was at work earlier. And here's the other reason why. Because when you look at his Mondays, he's averaging 23.4 PRA. In the last 5 PRA, he's actually 3-1 on the season. He's averaging 24 PRA. But just in general, on the season, he's averaging 27. You're looking at him for 26 PRA. He's averaging 27. So he's usually going well above the mark, as you see here, just in general on a Monday. But then when we break down the Monday with him on the road, he's still looking positive. Just in general from this year and last year, still looking positive again, because the spot that he was in is on the road anyway. And specifically on those Mondays, 4 of those games were on the road. 3 of them he had 27 or higher. So that's why I said maybe still considering taking Porzingis for this 26 PRA just here, because I don't know if he's gonna actually get it or not. Who knows what we're gonna get from Porzingis tonight. It's just that because of the last 10 and the last 5, he was been down most of the time. The question becomes, can he do this here? You know what I mean? 26 or higher, like he did on the 13th and the 16th, which one of the games was against the Wizards, but that was the Wizards. We're playing against the Mavericks. So, which again, they're still allowing so much to the position. And again, you need 26. Looking at the names below. Freaking Brook Lopez had 21. His line was 18. Freaking bum. Okongwu had 25. So if you're looking at the actual number he hooked, Mobley had 33. So Mobley has their number, 33 and 38. Okongwu had 29. Porter had 30. Quetta had 31. So it's a positive look, just in general, for the spot. So take this information what you will, and hope for the best. But Cooper Flag, like I said, I feel like he's in the spot too. This is what he's done on Mondays. This is what he's doing at home though on a Monday. 2-0. 2-1 on the season, and when he got it, he was getting higher then. That's why I pushed him to 36. Took him for 36. At a plus 105 on Fanatics. So that's why I was just like, there's that. So with all of that, I am gonna get out of here. I need to eat some dinner. I'm really kind of not starting to feel well. So anything else that I see or whatever I see on my list, if I see anything, maybe like a 3-leg, I'll parlay whatever and then share it. But these are the spots that I really like. Norman Powell 25 PRA, Wagner 11 points and rebounds, Carter for 12 points, Duncan Robinson for 5, well technically 6 rebounds, Dyson Daniels 3 steals, Sexton 19 PRA, Trey Jones, I took him straight bet him and bumped him up 8, 9, and 10 rebounds and assists. I laddered him, and then more than likely going to take Filipowski for the 22 points and rebounds. So that's all my list. Like I said, if I see anything on here, I'll do a 3-leg and share it in the Discord. It won't be a community parlay. It would just be just in general. But I'm out. Let me go get some dinner and then lay down and get ready to call it a day, because I got to go back to work in the morning. But I will hopefully chat with y'all tomorrow. We have how many games tomorrow? It's a Tuesday. Oh, it's an ugly Tuesday. There's only 4 games tomorrow. Maybe we don't do a stream tomorrow. It's only 4 games. Really, it depends too. Could probably still find something, but it's not going to be a lot. Wednesday, though, plenty of games. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12 games on Wednesday. I love it a lot. So I'll take that. All right. But y'all stay safe, man. Take care of yourselves, your family, friends, and loved ones. Be kind to one another, because kindness is free. And I will hopefully, if I don't talk to you all on a stream tomorrow, hopefully talk to you all on Wednesday on my day off. But I'll holler at y'all later, guys. Peace.